This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
Wrestling POV content not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised.
Wrestling POV is preposterous, is obnoxious, is atrocious, is ridiculous, is churlish, is interesting, but stupid! Wrestling POV is your point of view, bring you 20 years of change in the wrestling business. From the spotlight to the polls, from birthdays to hot tech news, wrestling news, rumors, and injury report, covered by the greatest in the whole damn sport. This week in wrestling, who made the book? 5 second shuffle, pay-per-view, points game. Love, peace, and wrestling is what they're all about. So sit back, kick back, and hear them all out.
The Royal Rumble. Soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I am too.
Yes.
I am too. I got some dirt rumors about the Royal Rumble that may surprise y'all. Forbidden Door. Something I want to talk about a little bit today. I might have some more rumors on it later on. But yeah. Royal Rumble, honestly, next to WrestleMania is my favorite pay-per-view.
Yep. Absolutely.
And the reason why,
fun.
and maybe it is, and maybe we're spoiled by it, the surprises. Because, but the last couple of years, there really wasn't any except for Edge when he came back. And boy, was that a big pop.
It was one of the biggest pops. Yeah.
I think so too.
To today's January 15th, 89, the second Royal Rumble took place from Houston.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Royal Rumble 89, I still remember that one.
Wow. I was in the Army then.
Axe and Smash Through number 1 and 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
remember that.
Yep.
Because nobody ever expected to see them two face off at each other. Never.
Yep.
And it happened at the Royal Rumble. That's right.
I wasn't even born yet.
But, like I said, I think we got spoiled by the surprises. There were some that were like, some that were like, oh shit. This year it's brewing of the fact of the Forbidden Door.
Yes.
Of other wrestling feds out there that is trying to partake in this Royal Rumble. I talked just a little bit of it, but they were saying that Jon Moxley might get into this Royal Rumble. So I was like, really?
Actually,
well, I didn't believe it.
I read
you read that too?
No, I read he's making his return. He's at GCW.
GCW, but yeah. He's going against Homicide.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I didn't believe it. I really didn't. I was just like, there's no way. Moxley just shit on WWE in his book. Pretty much shit on it. And then they're going to invite him back. A lot of people were saying the same thing. They were like, nah, there's no way Jon Moxley is going to be in that role. No way.
Maybe not this year, but eventually, I guarantee you he'll be back at WWE.
I think so too.
At some point.
Yeah. I think so too. But then on SmackDown, I thought was interesting that they showed a lot of clips of the Shield with him in it.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, they don't do that shit.
And I just picked up on that when I was watching it earlier, because I was watching it earlier this morning. When Seth Rollins was knocking on the door, it was the Shield's theme.
It was the Shield, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? And I didn't notice it until that SmackDown, last night's SmackDown too.
Yep.
I heard it. I was like, oh shit, he did the thing. That's funny. But to what you said, Clay, which is that he'll be back in WWE eventually. It might be a few years from now. I agree with it. And what's the reason why is because I read an article and it was an interview with Karrion Kross or Killer Kross. And he said he would go back to WWE. And he said the reason why is because it's the security. And what he meant by that, because obviously you say security is like, well, they fucking laid you off or they fired, they let you go. He was saying so much so of time off. He was saying about the pay and all this other shit. It's good pay. It's good money to do what you do. And I've said this many times about wrestlers make damn good money. They do.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I'm talking about that's in the, like WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor. Even Ring of Honor, they make decent money. New Japan. And what, as a wrestler's point of view, to make that money, they only need 15, 20, 25 minutes of your time. That's it.
Yep.
And they make a lot of money. They make more money than what people make in one day, in 1 week sometimes, on average. Okay?
Right.
So that's why, I don't get people being so money hungry nowadays, wrestlers I'm talking about, making that much money. And then on top of that, selling T-shirts, selling autographs, doing pictures, they all charge for that now.
Mm-hmm.
And they make good money. Do they have to stay in the arena all that time? I've seen where some wrestlers did. I've seen where some wrestlers, they were like, when am I going on? Oh, okay, bye. Did their match and then left. Broke out. On to the next one. So, but even still, being at an event, events were what, 3 hours?
Usually, yeah.
Usually
just about.
Yeah.
So you're there for 3 hours and making that much money still? I've heard stories between Sid Vicious, Jake, and Diesel, just to book them, what their fees are. And then on top of that, all right, you want me to come in, pay for my hotel room, pay for my flight? They do shit like that.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross is like, that's what he was talking about as far as security goes. WWE already takes care of all you got to do is just show up, do your thing for 15, 20 minutes, do a meet and greet or something like that, sign some autograph, and that's it. That's your day. So he was saying he would go back in a heartbeat. So, we babbled on. Let's go into our Facebook post. This one was quite interesting. Big topic of Big Swole. Big Swole. When was it? About a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Was released from AEW. Or no, let me change that. She wasn't released. She was her contract expired. Tony Khan didn't re-sign her. Big Swole came out. I'm not going to quote what she said, but she said that about diversity and this and that, and there needs to be more how do you say it? I'm trying to find the right words for it, but people of color to be in the spotlight, so to speak. Tony Khan responded to that and was saying pretty much Big Swole was making it about a race issue. And saying that Tony Khan is pretty much a racist. Tony Khan responded back and says, I'm brown. He mentioned somebody else. I don't know who that person is. Says that person's brown. And no, he's pretty much not racist, he's saying. But at the end of his statement said that he said she just wasn't a good wrestler.
But he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Not wrong.
Because how many times have we seen her on AEW? I'm pretty sure they mostly used her on Dark.
They did.
Yeah.
Or Elevation.
They did. That's the thing. They did. She was on. I mean, she wasn't on the mainstream spotlight, but she was still out there wrestling. And but I will say this, in the beginning, they did show her quite a few times.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you go back to many episodes, they said they put her on there. She was on. I seen her when AEW first started.
Yep. She
was on there a lot. She was on TV a lot. And on this show, like I said, you can go back. Right, you're gonna have to go back pretty far. We criticize the fact that there's something that's not there with Big Swole. Okay. I came straight out and said, that girl, she can't wrestle. I've always said that. Always said that. But here's the thing. I've said that about her. I said that about many other wrestlers too. If you can't wrestle, I'm going to fucking call you out. And I don't care what color you are. There is that. I don't see color when I'm watching wrestling. Okay.
Amen.
If you're good, I'm going to say you're good. If you're bad, I'm going to say you're bad. I don't care what color you are. There's a lot of facts that I'm going to throw out here in a minute. I want to read. Actually, you know what? Before I read some of these comments, what are your guys' thoughts? But before you give me your thought, on our post, we wrote, who's right? And it was Big Swole says she has not received an apology from AEW President Tony Khan. She quoted saying, I don't think there will be. So what are you guys' thoughts before I read these comments? And what are you guys' thoughts on the whole Big Swole and Tony Khan thing?
You know, there shouldn't be an apology from Tony Khan, honestly, because Big Swole started all this stuff with the whole race issue and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Look, I guarantee you that race has nothing to do with this problem.
No.
It's the sad part that she, like we said, she wasn't that great of a wrestler. You bring this racial crap into it, it's not right. And there shouldn't be an apology from Tony Khan. Because
now, I will say this, and I'm not playing devil's advocate, but I did read this. Someone did put a comment because we did got quite a few comments on this one. Somebody did comment and say that, well, when a former WWE star made kind of comments like that, you don't see Vince McMahon going out in public trying to defend it. He just, goes on with his day. So they're trying to say that's a businessman. Tony Khan isn't. It's like, so you know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
right.
Is Tony Khan right for even saying what he said?
And honestly, you're right. I mean, maybe he should have just let it not even bother him and probably shouldn't have called him out. Maybe that should have been like, a person to person instead of on social media. And that's another problem. Why did it have to be on social media?
Exactly. Why did Big Swole have to put it out on social media?
Exactly. The whole thing, both of them are in the wrong for it. Some part of it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But the thing of it is, I understand Tony Khan's point. Okay? It's like if somebody's going to call me a racist. Okay? Like, seriously? You're going to call? Yeah, I'm going to freaking come out and I'm going to tell you, bro, you got the wrong person to be calling a racist. The wrong person. Okay? I might not, I am Puerto Rican and Dominican. I am considered a person of color. Being a person of color isn't necessarily black. Being a person of color is the Hispanics, the blacks, Haitians, Cubans, Dominicans. Dominicans are dark as shit. And I can say that.
Right.
My brother is like 10 times darker than I am. We're all considered person of color. And on this subject to say, calling somebody, and Arabs too, they're a person of color.
Right.
I don't know if I just said that right, but they are a person of color. And Tony Khan, in his defense, he's like, his defense will be my defense also. Wait a minute. How are you going to tell me that I'm a person of color?
Right.
When I am a person of color. My chief branding officer is a person of color. I push the people who are good wrestlers. It doesn't matter what color they are. It's
exactly.
He was just not good enough. I agree with him on that. Should he have gone public? I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a fine line. To me, that's a fine line. Because, you are a businessman. This is your company. This is what, But at the same time, does he have a right to defend himself if he's being accused of being a racist?
He has a right. No, I think honestly he has a right to defend himself. It's just that conversation shouldn't be where everybody in the world can see.
True.
You know,
True.
I
But
think everybody's got a right to defend themselves.
Yeah, but at the same
It's
time,
just-
you know, just to throw some more stuff is that, you know, it's his business.
Right.
And then how is one person gonna try to destroy his business by saying that he's a racist? Why work for him? He's a racist. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, wait a minute, no, this is where I'm making money, because that's the bottom line, is making money, and who can make you that money? Don't matter. Like Tony Khan does. I'm telling you right now, I've never heard of Tony Khan. Okay, never heard of Tony Khan until 2 years ago, whenever AEW started, and then I started looking him up. Oh shit, his dad owns the fucking Jaguars. He's a huge pro wrestling mark. Okay, let's see where this goes. Okay. I don't see, I looked him up. I did my research on him, and I'm like, he's just a fan. I've never seen anything about him being a racist. I've never seen anything about him like treating other people like shit. He's not white.
No.
And what people got to understand is that they use the term racist so loosely now that they think the definition of a racist is a white person hating a black person. No, it's not.
No.
I've seen, and I'll be honest, I've seen Puerto Ricans that are racist.
Exactly. Thank you.
And there's black people that are racist too.
Bingo.
So don't give me this shit about, you know, the definition of racist is a white person hating on the black. No, it's not.
Thank you.
And the thing of it is, Tony Khan's not white. Even if you wanted to use that term, Tony Khan is not white. He's a Arab, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last name of Khan. And he said it too. Not white. Oh,
But it's true. It's 100% true. You can be racist against anybody. It doesn't have, because it doesn't. You don't have to be white.
no.
And that's
Yeah.
it's a tough conversation. It really is.
It
And
is.
That's what the world has to understand.
It is. And the thing of it is, like, and I'm sorry to say that, and I just said a few seconds ago about Puerto Ricans being racist, blacks being racist, white people. Racism is out there. I'm not taking that away. But
yes, it
you're
is.
blaming the wrong people.
Yep.
Just because you're trying to push yourself. And I'm sorry to say, I've seen a lot of Big Swole's matches. This one person that commented even put a YouTube video of just about all of Big Swole's matches. I looked at him again. I was like, Jesus, she is bad.
I go back to that program shit with Britt Baker, that cinematic match they had in AEW. First of all, they had it in the dead stop. It was like, that match was just, everything about it was just bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And I tell you this much, man, with her in this situation, she can't say that she didn't get a shot, because she did. She did.
Yes, she did.
And that is the problem nowadays in society. They feel like they don't get a shot. They don't get a shot. Okay, we'll give you the shot. Oh, damn, you're not that good then. Keep working on your shit. Okay? Oh, he's a racist. Why? Because I told you you're not good enough? I don't give a fuck what color you are.
Exactly. And
that's the problem with her. And this is the situation where everybody needs to see, is that she was given a shot. Was she good at it? I'm going to say no. So she was still able to wrestle, so that way she can get better. Maybe sometimes it takes a few matches or so, and when I say a few, I mean a lot, to maybe reinvent yourself. A lot of, you don't know how many times, that's a big prime example, and I don't want to hear about his color. Stop with that shit. Easy. Bray Wyatt. You're going to tell me that he didn't start, look, he was Husky Harris.
yeah.
Overweight. Okay? He wasn't like the Bray Wyatt that we know. He just wasn't.
Right.
He was still trying to find himself. He did. He was terrible. And I'll be the first to say that. And I won't be the first to say that, actually. A lot of people said that. So what did he do? What did they do? They told him straight up, bro, go back and go find yourself. Do something. And he did. He proved to himself. Wasn't on TV. Well, it was on NXT. But I think even before that, when he came up with this character, he's like, listen, I think this will work. All right, let's try it out. They tried it out, and it was successful. Another person, Drew McIntyre, was fired from WWE. Okay? He had a chip on his shoulder. They told him the exact same thing.
I remember when he first came in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Young.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. Yeah. Same thing. And they told him both, go back, do something, man. Go find yourself. Just get better. And they did. And look what happened. They got another try. They got another shot.
Yep.
And I'm sorry to say, they did their thing. They came back, and now they became world champion.
Yep.
Okay? Big Swole in this situation, she was on Dark. It don't matter where the fuck she was. Does she really need to be on the spotlight all the fucking time?
A lot of the people on Dark have never been on Dynamite, and you don't hear them complaining.
Yeah. She was on Dark just so she can still keep harnessing her craft. And it's just not there. I don't know what it is. Maybe she's afraid to wrestle. I don't know. We don't know. But she didn't get better. She did not get better. In my opinion, she didn't. Because I went back, like I said, and I looked at them and I'm like, damn, she's still bad. What the fuck's up? And then I just hate the fact that they brought race into it. And that's the issue with society today. All right, you're not that good enough. Then you're a racist. Why? Because I said you're not that good? There's a lot of people in AEW. Okay, and I'm not defending AEW. I'm not defending Tony Khan. Tony Khan doesn't pay me. I wish he did, but he doesn't pay me to fucking say any of this. I'm a minority. We're all minorities. So don't come out with this shit about being racist. Elliot, what's your take on this?
I agree, Big Swole. It's Tony Khan. Why does he have to apologize? He didn't say anything. But it's Big Swole is the one to start off this. She brought the race issue into this, and like we just said, she just wasn't very good. There was nothing other than she just wasn't a good wrestler.
Yeah. Yep. And I tell you this much too. I mean, let's because some people were starting to bring up Jade Cargill, and I've been harsh on her too. But she has the look. There is times where she can. It looks like she's starting to get together. She's a big woman. Okay. And I will say this, I'm going to compare her to Hogan. She has the look. She has the body of a champion. But can she wrestle? Right now, I'm still going to say no.
No, she's still
same
great.
thing with Hogan. Hogan had the body of a champion. But can he wrestle? No. It was the same, 6 moves every match.
Yep.
Jade Cargill, before anybody can say, Tony Khan only did that because of what was going on with Big Swole. No. They did this TBS championship strictly for her.
That was way before the whole Big Swole thing.
It was the whole way before that.
Yes.
Okay. They did this way before that. And I'll be straight up too. She doesn't really deserve that title. I said it on last week's show or a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Either way. I said straight up, I don't think she's ready for it. She still needs to be out there and wrestle. This whole thing with Big Swole, a lot of people from AEW even came out. Powerhouse Hobbs came out. It's like, no, don't go there. Don't go there. Just because you're bad, then you're going to pull the race card? Come on now. And it's like I said, that's the problem with society today. They love pulling that race card. And I'm sorry to say, I have a lot of people that are white that are all for diversity and all this other shit. And it's a shame that, and including you guys, Yeah. And it's just a shame that, when we're talking about a subject like this, because we talked about right before the show started, how do you guys want to address it? Don't worry. Just speak your mind. Speak your piece. You know, you guys wouldn't be on the show if you guys were racist.
Exactly. I don't see color. I see people.
No.
That's how I was raised, and that's how I'm doing it. So,
but it's unfortunate that, you know, we've known each other. You've been, before you even jumped on the show, Clay, you've been a longtime listener of the show.
yes.
And, you know, it just, I feel bad because even like if you start to say something or criticize somebody about their wrestling and they happen to be a person of color, they'll label you a racist. It's like, you can't have
Exactly.
an opinion. It don't matter if you're black or white. We're going to call it as we see it.
Exactly.
Your favorite wrestler is Eddie Guerrero.
See? Just like that.
And that motherfucker's a thief.
Fight and steel, baby. Viva la raza.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot more I'm going to say, but I got to read these comments. Okay. Robert Fraser says, bet when she watched Cargill won the TBS championship, she feels salty. Steve McFly, he says, why should he apologize? It's true. Sammy Lazarus, he said he shouldn't apologize at all. She should apologize for stirring the pot about diversity when Nyla Rose was women's champ. I'm sorry to say. He's kind of right with that comment.
I was just about to say it. He's not wrong about that.
Okay?
Yeah. He's right.
Nyla Rose, if people that don't know, is a transgender.
Yep.
Okay? She is a male to female person. And she was women's champion. Scorpio Sky was tag champ. Sheeta was champ, etc. She was just mad that she didn't become champion in anything. Laugh out loud. He is right. Seriously. Because I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but diversity, you using the term diversity is not just black. It's also Asian, okay, transgender, and I'm sorry to say, Tony Khan fit that bill. If I wanted to be this person, but I'm not, but I'm going to throw this out there, okay? When was the last, and this is where a lot of people piss me off, but I'm going to say it. When was the last Puerto Rican champion that you have seen? Can't name it. Why?
No.
Because right now, Damian Priest is the first, number one, he's the first United States champion in WWE, Puerto Rican, okay? I don't want to say there's never been, but there's only been, I believe, one Puerto Rican heavyweight champion, and that's Pedro Morales. I don't think but that was when I think that was under Vince McMahon's dad's era, I believe. Am I right or wrong, Elliot?
Was that in the 70s?
Yes.
It was in the 70s, yeah.
Yes. 74, I
Yeah, it was
believe.
under Vince McMahon's dad. Yep.
Okay. So, if I really want to sound like that type of person, I can easily say, there's never been a Puerto Rican champion under Vince McMahon's watch. Does that make him a racist against Puerto Ricans? Seriously.
Absolutely not.
The Cologne. The Colognes. They're from Puerto Rico, and they did this bullshit gimmick. There's a AEW. They've been around for what, 3 years? This is their third year?
Yep.
They don't have any. There's never been a Puerto Rican champion. Okay? Speaking of, just to be off subject real quick, I did not know that Powerhouse Hobbs is half Puerto Rican.
Wow.
Is he really?
Yes.
I had no idea either.
I did not know that. I just found that out actually when I was doing my research about this whole Big Swole thing, and then they were talking about Powerhouse Hobbs came out and said, you know, what he said about, no, Tony Khan's not a racist. He gave me an opportunity where, you know, I am where I am today, and I'm just going to keep getting better because of that. And then I read, I looked up Powerhouse Hobbs, you know, to see, you know, because I want to know more about him, and he's half Puerto Rican. I'm like, oh shit.
Wow. Huh.
I did not know that. So, you know, if you want to go there, I'll go there. Because right now, the only hope we have right now is Damian Priest.
And you're well
he's not
represented,
dating.
honestly.
Huh?
You're well represented.
Yeah.
Priest is good.
Yeah, Priest is good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to talk about diversity, come on now. Bruce Sharp, he says, and this one I wanted to pay specifically attention to because I was kind of called out by another person. But Bruce Sharp, it wasn't him, but Bruce Sharp said, real talk, she sucked. It has nothing to do with race. I don't know Tony Khan, but it's a very safe bet that he is a racist. Now, I'm going to stop right there because I commented after that. He wrote more on his comment. I commented after that, responding to him. I said, so what proof do you have that Tony Khan's a racist? You know? Because, I mean, they're quick to throw that out. All right, what's your proof?
Right.
He came at me and he says, there's none. That's my point. And I'm like, the kind of comment he did, go back and read your comment. So he went and edited it. So he, made a mistake, probably. But then he corrected and he wrote, Tony Khan, I don't know Tony Khan, but it's very safe bet that he is not a racist. As a black man, I went black people tried to pull the diversity card, not knowing what diversity means. I agree Khan was out of line with his comments though. So that part there is, what he said about Tony Khan, it was right about his comments. That I can see both sides though. That's just the point when it comes to Tony Khan and his comment.
Right.
Businessman, maybe you should be bigger than that. If you know you're not a racist, don't respond to that shit. Why feed into the negativity, But then again, he's a minority also. He has a right to defend himself, whether he's a business owner or not. If somebody's going to call you out, you have a right to respond. So, but I do see both sides. Now, this is the part where this guy called me out. And I didn't respond to it because I'm going to respond to it in a second to tell him to listen to the show because it's a lot for me to say. His name is Sweets Damon. He said, what proof? He was talking about me. He goes, what proof do you have that he's not? He's talking about Tony Khan, not a race. Then he went on and said, all the stuff she said, that was 100 valid. And just like Khan, all people heard and focused on was diversity. People be funny with the selective outrage. All right. Now, this is my response to you. Okay. What proof do you have that he is a racist? Again, what proof do you have that he's a racist? You don't have any. Big Swole's your proof? Seriously? If Big Swole's your proof, your comments are irrelevant. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't come at me with what proof do I looked the dude up. That's as much as I can do. I don't know Tony Khan personally. Okay? I don't. But the term diversity, maybe y'all should look that shit up. It's not just about being black. Okay? A friend of mine, okay? I trained her. She got a tryout with AEW. She's a lesbian, okay? And she got her tryout and she fought against Thunder Rosa on Dark, okay? She never, they didn't call her back. They told her straight up, let's work on this X, Y, and Z. She didn't go on and say, oh my God, they're racist. They're racist against lesbians. Come on, bro. Seriously. They use that term so loosely and they're quick to put somebody as a racist and instead of looking at the big picture. Okay. People of color means people of color, different shades, bro. So before you come out trying to come at me with knowledge that you know nothing of, and I call that, I don't give a fuck. Okay. You know nothing of what the wrestling business is like. I've been in it. I've dealt in it. A friend of ours, Andy Anderson. When Elio, Tom, and Andy did Global, Andy had a long career in wrestling. Okay? Longer than mine. He, okay, was the minority when he went to Puerto Rico and wrestled for them over there. He was the minority, not the Puerto Ricans, but he was. Didn't know Spanish, I'm pretty sure, but he still went out there because it was a job. And he tried his best. He did what he had to do to be the best that he can.
Yep.
In a minority state, in a different country. Okay? Andy Anderson's probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Okay?
Absolutely.
And he didn't never mention anything about, they treated me like shit over there. No. He said, well, he didn't say, but he was like, I can tell that he had to work probably twice as hard to be where he was at because he was in a different country, a different language. There was a language barrier there. So don't come out with this bullshit that Tony Khan is a rape. Come on, stop with that. You have zero proof. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have zero proof that Tony Khan is a fucking racist. Stop. She was just bad. She was a terrible wrestler. I'm going to say it right now. I'll keep saying it until she improves. And then when she does improve, if she does throw a good goddamn match, then I'll say, yeah, that was a good fucking match. But Jesus Christ, man, to say that, seriously? Don't come out with that bullshit. You know what? And I told these guys today, I'm probably going to lose some listeners over my comments, but that's okay. That's fine. Hey, is your God-given right. You don't have to listen to the show, and that's fine. Right. But I'm going to call it as I see it. I don't care what color you are. If you're bad, you're bad. If you're good, you're good. The guys that I have with right now, they wouldn't be on the show if I felt like they were racist. And I never looked at them if they judged the person of color about their ability in wrestling, that they don't like it. Is that the character? Something about it. I don't like it. Blah, 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 blah. You never, not once, I've never, even after shows and we have our private meetings, never went up to them and said, I don't like what you said. That person was black. Is that why you said that? Was that because that person of a person of color? Is that why you said that? Never once. That's their opinion.
Yep. Never
and that's the one thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's just never a thought of mine.
No.
Honestly, when it comes to, I'm sure when it comes to me and Elio and you, that's never even a thought.
It's never a thought. And that's the one thing great about this show is just the simple fact that it's all about our point of view.
I just watch the matches. If it's good, I'll say it's good. If it's bad, I'll say it's bad.
It doesn't matter the color.
Yeah.
or the ethnicity. That's what I'm saying it for a second. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just so tired of people using that term so fucking loosely, and they're garbage. And it's just, I think Elio said this a long time ago. Why can't we just enjoy wrestling for wrestling?
I always say this. I'm not a WWE fan. I'm not an AEW fan. I'm not a New Japan or an ROH fan. I'm a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure us three right here has been watching wrestling since we were kids.
Since I was 10.
You know?
Since I was about 10 or 11. Yep.
I've been watching since I was like 5 or 6. Because my mom was a huge wrestling fan, yeah. But either way, we love wrestling for being wrestling. It's a story behind it. It's a men's soap opera.
And that's the other thing too. Like, we watch wrestling, not only that, like other shows, just to get away from hearing about the racism or the politics. And when you bring that into it, it's like you never get away from it. And that's sad.
It is sad. It's very sad. And if you're going to try to say, well, I'm a racist, bro, you're barking up the wrong tree. You really are. You really are. Okay? You really are. And if you want to talk about this in private, I'll so happy to talk to you about it in private. Okay? Because if you're going to judge me because of what my comments are today, you're dead wrong. Okay?
Yep.
You have no idea about my whole entire life, what I've been through. Okay? The people that I hang out with. the opportunities I've even gave people on this show in particular. Okay. And, I would get stabbed in the back, but I still gave them that opportunity. Okay. Couple more comments. I knew this was going to be a long discussion, and then we'll get into the news. Ryan Kelly said, I watched every AEW. No, I apologize. Ryan Kelly said, wait, what the fuck's his last name? Kennedy. I said Kennedy. I watch AEW every week, and I'm sorry, but Big Swole wasn't as good as she thought she was. Unlike Vince McMahon, Tony Khan isn't a racist. See, you were good until you even said that.
Yes.
Jamal Anthony said, and she needs to continue to call his ass out. It's violent. He violated her. She didn't disrespect him. Not once. Get out of town with that.
Mm-hmm.
Get out. Seriously. He got his feelings, and she needs to continue to call him out on it. Call him out on what?
What?
There was nothing to call out on. Like, I don't.
You know what? I'm not going to read no more because I'm getting myself hyped up. With that being said, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. Well, WWE Hall of Famer Sunny is at it again as she was arrested and charged with 2 counts on unlawfully possessing a weapon and 1 count of terroristic threats. Yeah. This isn't the first time she's gotten in trouble with stupid shit like this. And you know what? I'm honestly tired of hearing about Sunny.
What is going on with her? Like,
she's nuts.
Every time we think she has her like everything straightened out, she does something to mess it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing, a friend of mine dated her years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to throw his name out there because he's happily married right now. But back in the day, he dated her, and she took him to the Hall of Fame show years ago.
Wow.
I don't remember what year, but yeah, she trashed him too, saying he only used hers to take so that way she can take him to the Hall of Fame. Like, okay. Bro, no, he didn't.
Right.
Like, I know him personally. I even talked to him because when Sunny, she made a comment about that, saying that, yeah, I dated so and so, and he only used me to take him to the Hall of Fame show and blah blah blah. So I emailed him, I'm like, yo, so and so, we'll call him so and so. I said, yo, Sonny's talking shit about you, bro. And then I screenshot and I sent it to him. He goes, man, that girl crazy. That's why I left her ass. Anyway, yeah.
But
this one here, it was because of her boyfriend, I guess. She threw the knife on him, I heard.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm like, damn.
Well, see, like when I saw this, they didn't give out any details of what actually she did or what the situation was. So all I knew is that she got arrested. I didn't know the reason or what she did or, whatever.
Yeah, they're saying it was because of something. Her and her boyfriend got into an argument and she threw it at him. And then, like, kind of held him captive or some shit like
crazy ass.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
But hopefully she gets some help. I don't know. Just the whole situation seems messed up.
Yeah.
Another thing, Corey Graves apparently after 7 years is cleared to wrestle.
I heard that.
So,
I heard that.
Are you guys looking forward to see Corey back in the ring, or?
I've never actually seen it because when he was wrestling, we weren't really getting NXT up here. They weren't showing it on it here.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he was like NXT Tag Champion, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be interesting to see. John Cena has made a comment that said he's not done by a long shot with WWE, and he's far from his last performance.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So,
He's
yeah,
a lifer.
oh, absolutely. He ain't going nowhere. But it's good to hear that, he's not done. So I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah.
And my last bit of news, WWE apparently has their eyes big on Wardlow.
Yeah.
I saw this too. So
They're waiting for his contract to come out.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. That's all my news. We're going to the rumors with Tony.
All right. WWE reportedly has plans for at least 2 more former superstars to return for the 30-woman Royal Rumble match. The current plan is for Cameron. Remember her? Part of the Funkadactyls with Naomi?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I do.
Yep.
They're saying her and former WWE Women's Champion Melina to be entrants into the Women's Royal Rumble match. Speaking of which, they're saying there's growing speculations that Paige, who has been doing some teasing, could make a one-night return for the Royal Rumble. So,
that'd be cool.
I can
now,
see that.
I think so too. Yeah. But here's the thing. I want to go back with Cameron. I think, honestly, that'll be a good idea to put her on, to bring her back because of the storyline that's been going on with Naomi and Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
I think to bring her back, and who knows, maybe she harnessed her craft because she wasn't really a great wrestler too. But I will say this about Cameron. She has, when she was with WWE, she has made several comments about, and WWE even admitted it too, that that she wanted to go back to NXT just so she can get more time and more practice and stuff like that. And I think they did. I don't remember. It's been such a long time, but at least she went out there and tried to do her thing, and get better.
She was in AEW for a little bit too, wasn't she?
I don't think so. No, I think what it was. No, I think she was teasing that or some shit. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah,
she could have been.
I don't know. I thought she was for a hair, like maybe one segment, and then she was gone. But I don't know.
You might be right. But I think bringing Cameron back for the Royal Rumble, I think it would be a nice surprise. Nothing huge, I don't think. Yeah. But to have her, I think it would be better if Sonya Deville used that, or WWE used that to their advantage and used Sonya Deville to bring her in to fight against Naomi, because that was her former best friend. They were the Funkadactyls.
She was in AEW for a short time in 2020.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Says made her debut on the July 29, 2020 episode of Dynamite.
Oh. I don't remember. I don't. So, but you know what I'm saying? I think that would be a good idea for her. I think that would be a good idea for that storyline, because they need to get somewhere with it quick.
Yes, they do.
What happened on SmackDown? I was like,
I was saying that while I was watching. I'm like, where are they going with this?
Exactly. They got to go somewhere with it. And if the payoff is bringing Cameron back, okay, that'd be a nice little feud. That would be a nice little feud. Walter has moved to the United States and will be a full-time performer on NXT going forward. That's a little shocking to me. That's a little shocking to me.
It is me too, honestly.
Many times before, we always said that Walter has no interest in moving to the United States. He wants to do all his wrestling over in Europe, and he did. Then he recently has a change of heart and said, nope, I'm all for it. I have speculated he's got a girlfriend here in the United States. So how things change, Walter. But what I'm also shocked is just the simple fact that they're keeping him in NXT, and obviously with Imperium. Honestly, I think what needs to happen is Imperium lose those tag straps, and bring those guys up to the main roster. I think they would kill it up.
I'm just afraid of like what'll happen if they do bring him up. You know
what? I was too, but I think he's a big guy, number one, and obviously Vince loves the big guys. He's not muscular or anything. He's kind of, honestly, in my opinion, he's a little bland. His character, but his matches aren't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? His matches aren't.
Especially that one with Dragunov. My God, my chest was hurting after that match was over.
Man.
I'm gonna use the quote that I always use. I'm a fan of Walter's work, but I'm not a fan of his character. Yep. And finally, multiple sources told me that they believe WWE will try for an unexpected Forbidden Door entrant for the men's Royal Rumble. That I thought, I was like, oh. And then I read about what's his name, John Moxley. I was like, oh shit, maybe
that would be
interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah.
And so someone mentioned Chris Jericho as another.
I heard that one too. And someone and this whole thing with Moose over in TNA, like, is he just trying to be relevant? Because they're saying that's not the first time he's done that.
Sounds like it.
Calling out Roman.
Yeah.
Hey,
who knows?
Whatever. I mean, but what do you guys think? The Forbidden Door.
I think that's very interesting that WWE is even looking into that, because we would even think for years that Vince would be like, no, I want my own company. I don't want anybody else, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's shocking I mean, I think it all started with the whole Mickie James thing, but she may be on the Legends contract, you know.
And they say the Forbidden Door. And they're saying Impact Wrestling, but Forbidden Door could be any company.
It could be any company, yeah.
ROH, AEW, etc. So
I tell you this much, and I think it honestly makes me look forward to this Royal Rumble more so. Because it's like, wow, they're really talking about this ever since Mickie James. Right. And Mickie James was shocked that she got that call to be in the Royal Rumble, even though she's the women's champion over there. It's like, wow, okay,
yeah.
But then there's another, I don't want to say a lot, but there's even talk about that. They're saying, oh, they're only doing that because of what happened. Like, one person did that, and he got fired.
Yep.
Vince personally called Mickie James to apologize. Okay?
Right.
Done. That's a done deal. Squashed. Leave it alone.
Right. Yep.
But like I said, it made me look forward to this more so.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't wait. So, anyway, that's all I got for rumors. What do you got for injury, Clay?
Well, injury happened last week as King Woods tore a calf muscle during the match against Usos last week.
I heard about that.
He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
And miss the Royal Rumble.
I laugh because we've been fucking with him. We've been fucking with
so bad when he does that.
And then he does that. Yeah, it's like, dude, bro, serious?
Well,
but at the same time, come on, man. Maybe you come back and turn against Woods. I don't know.
Well, we pray for his recovery. And also, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I didn't see when that happened, though.
I didn't either. I didn't know about this until last night's SmackDown. They kept talking about it.
Yeah, I didn't. That's when I found out, too. And I was like, fuck. I didn't know if that was true or not. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't know about it either. And good news, Bayley could return around February or March from her torn ACL. So
no Royal Rumble.
So probably not Royal Rumble, no. Unfortunately. But it's good news that she's coming back. So we'll see. I miss Bayley.
They're talking about elimination. They're talking about Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia.
That's in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna do Elimination Chamber match in Saudi Arabia. Do you believe that shit?
Good luck with that, getting that over there.
It's a $1 billion company. I don't think they'll probably have a separate plane just for that stuff.
I know, but can you imagine trying to get all that structure and shit over like that, damn. Like,
Yeah.
But that's all I got for injuries.
All right, let's get into. Actually, you know what, Elio, you have a new PWI, but you have the yearly awards.
The year-end
Right?
PWA awards, yes.
All right.
Careful, you got in the book last time you did something from PWI.
What is it?
I might end up in the book again.
Wait a minute. Is he still in? Yes, you're still in the book for that. For the tag team list.
Why?
You could.
This one's gonna be worse.
You could potentially be in the book again. So I'm gonna leave it up to you, Elio. Do you want to go through with the PWI list? The yearly awards, actually? Sorry.
Sure, I mean, I have them open right now. Why not?
Go ahead, Elio. Do your PWI list.
So we have Rookie of the Year goes to Jade Cargill.
Automatically in the book, Elio. Elio's PWI rookie list. Yeah, not even 2 damn seconds, Elio. Jesus Christ. That's your own fault. Clay, do the honors.
All right, Elio's PWI rookie. You just made the book. It's better.
Go ahead, Elio.
So we have the most improved wrestler of the year goes to Britt Baker.
Okay. He's like,
Comeback of the year goes to CM Punk.
comeback of the year?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. all right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I am too.
Inspirational wrestler of the year goes to Edge.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most popular wrestler of the year goes to CM Punk.
Wow, serious?
All right.
Most hated goes to MJF.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that too. Jesus. That's,
The feud of the year goes to Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle.
Really?
Chris Circle MJF feud.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one either.
In the independent wrestler of the year goes to Nick Gage. I don't know how
Ew.
he got on there.
What? What'd he win?
Independent wrestler of the year.
Oh.
I don't know how he got into that list.
I don't either.
Now, match of the year, we picked Lucha Brothers versus Young Bucks.
Yes.
The match of the year goes to Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa.
Wow, serious?
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Huh.
Faction of the year, as we heard on Dynamite, is the Inner Circle.
Yeah.
And tag team of the year is the Young Bucks.
Imagine that.
The woman of the year goes to Britt Baker.
Okay.
No argument.
And the final award, wrestler of the year, goes to Kenny Omega.
That's that. I mean, yeah, that's not bad. A lot of AEW.
A lot of these, yeah.
Yeah. But okay.
All right. Well, you still made the book, Elio. Again.
I did it to myself.
What's
I
that?
warned you.
I did it to myself.
I warned you.
We gave you a chance, Elio. We said, hey, you sure you want to go through this? You was in the book before because of this. And then not even 2 seconds into this damn list,
I think the problem was you started with Jade as Rookie of the Year. That was the problem.
You know what? That's the problem right there.
Oh, okay.
That was the problem right there.
I was just working from front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like wiping from front to back. That was disgusting. All right, into the hot tag news. Rikishi, he put out a tweet with a picture of Umaga saying, "I feel it's long overdue." Umaga. I would sound like his manager there. Umaga, Hall of Fame class of 2022. What do you say, WWE Universe? Should my brother go in this year? So our question was to the people in this hot tag news: is it time for Umaga to be in this year's Hall of Fame? before I start reading these comments, I will say this was very overwhelming, and we do appreciate it. We're not going to get through all of it. But this was split 50-50, and I was shocked. I had some thoughts and opinions about this. I will say my initial thought was, yeah, he should be in. But then after reading what some people wrote, I was like, shit, you know what? That dude's got a point. Maybe he shouldn't be in. But before I get to your guys' comments, I will read the comments on here. Eric Andrew Dillon, he said Umaga was awesome, but when is it Vader time? Didn't Vader get in?
I don't think so yet.
No?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I could be wrong, but honestly, I don't think
Vader
he's
was
in there yet.
I thought Vader was in because I thought he was talking about in his speech. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Kenny Casanova, friend of the show, wrote his book and was always in contact with Vader and made Vader wear these glasses that had the eye popping out and stuff.
No, he's on the Hall of Fame. He was at the 2016 Hall of Fame to induct Stan Hansen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So either way, Kenny Casanova sent him, mailed him those glasses, those googly glasses that had the eye popped out. That was all Kenny Casanova's idea, and gave it to and mailed it to Vader to when he did his speech at the Hall of Fame show to put them on and talked about the eye popping out. Michael Turo, he said Victoria needs to be in before Umaga. I'm sorry, but for her, it's long overdue.
That wasn't the question, brother.
No. Matt Novak said...
I'm a big Victoria fan.
I am too.
I mean, don't, question me on that. But that wasn't the question we were asking.
No. Matt Novak, he says, I will love him in, definitely. So he thinks it's a good idea that he gets into the Hall of Fame, just like every guy. Let me see. Cousin. Oh my God. This name is fucking hilarious. Listen to this shit. Cousin Cooter Ron Mallet.
I love it.
Cousin Cooter Ron Mallet. What's your name, Cousin Cooter?
I love it.
That is insane. He said, yes, he should, bro. William Metcalf, he said, should have been already inducted. Another one said, yes, absolutely. Not at all. Jonathan Fitton said, Kamala and Sid Vicious belonged there before Umaga. Wow. There was some hatred.
Which surprises me, honestly.
Yeah. And I tell you, I was just shocked. Michael Haggerston, he said he was excellent before. Wait a minute. He said he was excellent, but for me, his career wasn't long enough to be in the Hall of Fame. Plenty of others ahead of him. So then I actually responded to that. I said, like who? Just kind of, you're going to tell me that. Okay, who? Like who? Right. So he said Rick Martel, Demolition. He goes, I know why they aren't in, and Steve Kern. Now, if those that don't know, I guess Demolition's in some kind of lawsuit with WWE. So that's why they won't put him in. I'm like, fuck you, man.
Steve Kern, Skinner?
The Skinner, yeah.
Skinner in the Hall of Fame.
He was a fabulous blonde first.
But I don't know. I don't know though. Steve Kern before Umaga.
Yeah.
No. Another comment was my son's fifth word was Umaga. Oh my God. Dave Shear, he said, Jesus, not everyone is a Hall of Famer at this rate. You might as well just put every mid-carder in Umaga had a short run and was mostly used to put over the top stars while looking like a monster against other mid-carders. That's not a Hall of Fame career. Damn. He needs a hug. Dustin Haney said, don't get me wrong, personally liked Umaga, but not Hall of Fame worthy. And then someone commented on him. He said, neither were the Bellas, but we see how that went.
He's got a point.
Wow.
He's got a point.
Another one said, nah, you really shouldn't be in there either if you pushing it. Another comment, Joe Kavanaugh said, go in for what?
Wow. They said Rikishi's pushing it, just being in there himself. Wow.
Yeah. Chris Camacho said, if they put the Bellas in, I don't see why Umaga. That's another one. Well, I don't see why Umaga can't be in it. Keith Kerr said, should have been there long time ago. Curtis Newton said, he didn't do anything that was important. He sucked. Now, a lot of people...
I wouldn't say he sucked, though.
No, he didn't suck at all.
No.
He was Intercontinental Champion, wasn't he?
Two-time.
Yeah.
Two-time Intercontinental Champion. Yep.
Now, a lot of people got on his case, this Chris Newton guy. Oh, Curtis Newton, sorry. And this is how the conversation went. He said, Curtis Newton, the John Perez, he actually commented on him. He said, the Samoans that brought the family to the business and now Rock versus Cena. I don't know where he was getting.
I'm confused too.
Yeah. Curtis responded to him, said, just because he's Rikishi's brother, don't mean anything. He didn't have any good matches with anyone. Okay.
He had great matches with guys.
He did.
He really did.
And then John Perez said to him, actually, he did. SummerSlam. He and Yokozuna are former tag team or IC champ. Oh, him and Yokozuna.
I remember Yokozuna's tag team.
No, I don't either.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So what? Yoko did something in wrestling, but Umaga didn't. Like, these guys went back and forth big time. I'm not gonna read all of it because
I'll say I don't think Umaga was really around when Yokozuna was around.
No.
In wrestling. That's what I meant. In wrestling.
Yeah.
It just I don't get it. I don't remember that.
I don't either.
So what if you put Umaga in, does that mean Rosie has to go in as well?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I just looked up. They got him and Rosie were the worst tag team of the year by the Wrestling Observer.
Really?
Yes,
3-minute warning?
I remember. 3-minute warning. And then
in 2002, they were the worst tag team.
And then he had a short run in TNA, Umaga.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Not like I think a year or two, but it wasn't like long.
No, it wasn't long.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Greg Steiner. He said Umaga was one of the biggest heels in 06 through 08. He should be inducted to the Hall of Fame by his brother Rikishi or Armando Alejandro Estrada. Let me tell you something. If they brought him back, the way he always announced Umaga,
it was so awesome.
Awesome.
It was great.
Yeah. Yep.
It also revolutionized that looks don't matter. Now, this one was kind of fucked up. Jason Olin said, why? Because he's dead? If he were here still alive, nobody would be saying shit about this guy.
Okay.
Oh, shut up with that. Shut up. Straight up. Just because somebody dies does not mean they're Hall of Fame material. We're not saying that at all. I don't think anybody's saying that. Stop.
Now, I'm going to read two more. One's good, one's bad. Dale Wetzel. He said, of course it's time. Why not? He was a good wrestler. Everybody is, no matter who they are, bad or good. They all belong in the Hall of Fame of the WWE. Chris Benoit, all of them, they belong in the Hall of Fame. They wrestled. They say in the Hall of Fame. Why not? Can I get an amen? No, you're not getting an amen, bro.
No.
Joe Gacy, is that you being all inclusive?
Here's the question I have for you. You're telling me a jobber that wrestles in WWE and doesn't do, like, he does one match, he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
According to him, he does. One match and it'll get you in the Hall of Fame.
Bullshit. Well, I'm going to go to the WWE real quick, get squashed, and then I'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Michael Spencer, he said, Umaga was great, but there are so many others who should be in there before him. Adrian Santos, this is the last one. What did he do? What did he accomplish? How many title reigns did he have in this WWE run? How many successful defenses does he have? Oh, wait. I know, right? Why is he bad? Oh, wait. It's Vince Mind of Frame. You don't need accomplishments to get in there. Why not? Put him in the Mind of Frame.
Gotcha.
Here's your card. All right, you guys. What's your thoughts on this?
Umaga, honestly, growing up, was one of my favorite characters in WWE throughout like my childhood. Honestly, for as big as he was, and he was a scary dude, especially coming out with the face paint and everything, doing the blah. I can't do it. My voice is fucked up.
Yeah.
But even with the manager that he had, just the entrance, like he had great matches with Cena, Triple H, and throughout, like you said, the 2006 throughout 2009, at least, he was good. And for that, he was a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. And I think he honestly should be recognized. There's plenty of people in the WWE Hall of Fame that didn't really do much to be in there. So why not put Umaga in there? So I say yes. And I don't know 100% if this is true or not, but I read a thing where Roman's lay that he comes out with, that was Umaga's.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't know 100% if that's true, but I'm almost positive that Hawaiian lay that Roman walks out with, a red one, was Umaga's.
Huh.
So
got to look into that.
I would say I would have to look more into it, but I'm almost positive that that's it.
Huh.
So
interesting.
Part of the Samoan dynasty, whatever you want to call it, he's part of it. So
he is.
I would just say Umaga does belong in the Hall of Fame.
All right. Elio, what do you think? Should Umaga be in the Hall of Fame?
So hearing all this, 2-time Intercontinental Champion, he did have that run, 2006, 2009. I'm gonna say yes. I mean, they've put people in there that really haven't done anything. He's been a 2-time champion. I remember his debut. That was when they introduced Santino Marella.
Yeah.
And his manager in that whole entrance. So I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons. And my thing is that he loved the business.
Yes.
Like he has so much respect for the business, and he fucked up. If he was still alive today, he would say straight up, I wasn't the greatest person. I fucked up, and he did, and he paid for it in the ring against Triple H. If you guys remember that. Mm-hmm. But he had a lot of respect for the business. Hence, what happened when the what's his name? The guys from Jackass. Remember that? You guys remember that?
Oh, Pontius and was it Steve-O?
Steve-O. Yeah.
Steve-O. Yeah.
And they came in, and now here's the thing: these two guys, obviously, they're part of Jackass, and when they get hurt, they laugh. They always laugh for some fucking reason. So when I was watching that, and Steve-O kept laughing, and Pontius kept laughing, that pissed Umaga off because he's like, wait a minute, I was easy on you motherfuckers, and you're laughing? And Steve-O was actually talking about this. Actually, go look it up. Go look up Steve-O talking about his wrestling debut, or his wrestling in WWE with Umaga.
Now you keep talking about it. I remember in the segment,
Yeah.
Yep.
But listen to Steve-O's comments, though. So type in Steve-O wrestling with Umaga and listen to what he said. He goes, I don't know why he kept hitting me, but he goes, it was because I was laughing. And the thing of it is, I was so nervous and I was laughing, and they showed when Umaga would give him his elbow right to the fucking head. He goes, he knocked me out with that forward. And he goes, and he did the splash on me. He was like, I was such in pain. I was just telling him, and you can see, like, watching it back, you can see Steve-O telling him, please stop. But Umaga was like, I'm going to fuck you up. You're not going to make me look bad. And he messed him up. He messed him up.
Umaga has a short face turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that short face turn, yeah.
Yeah. But in my opinion, honestly, I think he should be in. Why not? He did do good. He was a mean looking dude, man. Looking dude. Scary looking dude. Even when he was with 3 Minute Warning.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's take a break. When we come back, we got This Week in Wrestling.
Hi, I'm WWE superstar Charlotte Flair, also known as the Queen, and listen to Wrestling POV podcast and always do it with Flair. Woo!
Hey guys, this is Kevin Owens. Make sure to listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Take it easy, guys.
All right, and we are back. We have t-shirts available, 7 different designs, $19.99 each. Available at ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingPOV. Now let's get into This Week in Wrestling. Tony, let's get Raw.
All right, let's go straight into the low points. Clay, what are your low points of Raw?
Lowest point for me was Omos versus the Jobber. I don't think anybody knew this guy's name, but
except me.
Yeah,
and only because I had to look it up.
But for me, like, okay, Omos just beat AJ Styles last week, right? Made him relevant. You throw this kid or guy that's 2 feet smaller than Omos, and to show him dominate him. And I've said this before. Does it make him really that great to beat the crap out of this random dude?
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't. So I gave that a low point. I did not like it.
Yeah, I agree with you and everything, but I think what they need to do with him is that have him do a handicap match. You know, have him fight against 2 guys, 3 guys. That's how you make him look more dominant. But they're trying to make him look too much of a monster against a guy that was probably 5'7". And Omos is 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? So I think the best way to handle that situation, because I know what they're doing. They're trying to make him look like he's a monster, blah, 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 which is fine. But have him do a handicap match. Have him fight 2 guys or 3 guys, you know? Andre used to do that shit, and that's what made him look, you know, bigger and shit like that. But against a 5'5" dude, it's like
right. And that was it.
Yeah, for me, my low point was that actually. So I don't think I have anything else. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, no. Omos versus Nick Sanderson was his name. See, I have it too, Elio.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right, Elio, what was your low point?
That was it. Also, okay, I wanted to gave this low point only because the whole Nikki Ash segment. You gotta swear when she attacked Rhea Ripley, that camera.
That's Kevin Dunn.
Yeah,
that's Kevin Dunn for you.
But for my low point out, I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this Alexa Bliss thing, though.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That wasn't even a segment. That was like 1 minute, and if you blink, you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I
wish honestly they would change her character. I really do.
Really?
I'm honestly tired of the whole crazy Alexa Bliss.
I mean, is this going to be a whole mental health storyline now?
It probably is. I wouldn't doubt on Raw this Monday that they're going to do it again, but something different.
Right. It's getting old. It really. I mean, she's been gone 4 months longer.
Yeah.
She still dresses the same.
Same everything.
Nothing changed.
Actually, I do have a low point, kind of. It's the whole thing with the Hurt Business. Now they're not no more. Yes. It was like they never were together.
No.
So I don't get it. I don't understand why they did all that bullshit. Doesn't make sense. All right. Anyway, high points. Clay, what was your high points?
Highest point for me was Seth Rollins versus Big E. I
that
thought
was a good match, yeah.
This was a great match. These guys had good chemistry in the ring. Really, there wasn't really a part where any guy got the upper hand. It was back and forth throughout the whole match. I understand why Rollins won this, but it kind of still hurt Big E in a way.
Yeah.
But it was still a good, solid match. So I'd give that my high point.
Yeah. Elio, your high point.
So my high point I gave to Alpha Academy and RK Bro.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Did not see that coming. Like I said, I like this Alpha Academy tag team.
Yes.
And now them as champions.
Yeah. Yeah. I was shocked, to be honest. And I didn't even know that Chad Gable and Otis has been friends for many years.
I didn't know that either.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Gable posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, wow.
Longtime friends. I was like, oh, shit. Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was my high point. The Seth and Big E was my high point also. But my just to be different, high point that I did have was Doudrop versus Bianca versus Liv for the number one contender. And Doudrop winning it. This was a good match. I gotta give these ladies credit. Even Liv Morgan. To me, it's like when Liv is with experienced wrestlers, she tries to keep pace with them, and she does well. Mm-hmm. But I noticed, like, when she goes with somebody that doesn't have that much experience, she kind of gets lost in the shuffle a little bit. But in this match, she was keeping pace with it, and I was like, okay, I took my hat. Maybe it's because she was with Bianca more so. I think out of all of them, I think Bianca has the most experience, right? Or is it?
I would think so. I don't know. I don't know for sure.
I think it is Bianca, but even still, the match, in my opinion, was the highest point. Also, good match. It's a little bit different now. We're going to see Doudrop going up against Becky.
Right.
Becky winning and smacked her. What's that, Elio?
Who would have thought Doudrop versus Becky Lynch?
I didn't.
Exactly. I didn't either.
This Raw was not full of surprises, but it was like, wow, okay. Didn't see it coming type episode. Speaking of that, overall, Elio, what'd you give it?
I went with a B.
You okay? Clay, what's your overall?
I gave it a B as well.
And I also gave it a B. So with that being said, let's go over to NXT with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into NXT POV. Low points. We're going to go Elio. What was your lowest point?
Joe Gacy and Harlan versus Idris Inoff and Malik Blade.
Oh, God.
And okay, have you either of you wondered what happened to Mae Young since they cut that whole gimmick and that whole story?
Yes.
That Wendy girl.
She's Wendy.
I did not know this.
I didn't either.
Really?
I didn't know this.
No.
Because my friend messaged me on Tuesday. He's like, what the fuck is this Wendy Chu gimmick supposed to be? So I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, wow, that was Mae Young.
That was Mae Young.
Wow. I'm with you, man. I had no clue that Wendy Chu was Mae Young.
Yeah.
Not at all. But it was pretty good.
What is her character supposed to be, though?
Who knows?
I have no idea.
You know what, though? To be fair, I thought it was funny when she did get in the ring and they were whoever it was going to give her a clothesline. She stretched backwards to duck it at the same time. That was a perfect spot. So I just that. But I mean, the rest of her character, I mean, I don't know if she's supposed to be sleeping all the time.
Yes.
They're saying that she wore slippers or something, but I don't think they were slippers. It looked like regular. That's crazy if she did that. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Tony, your low points.
Oh, geez. Same thing. Malik Blade versus and Idris. Is that how you pronounce it?
Idris, yeah.
Idris versus Gacy and Harlan. Didn't like the match. No, I was just done with it. But to be different though, it was that Carmelo promo. It was, and the thing of it is, I think Trick is ruining it for him.
Thank you.
With that being said, I'm putting Trick in the book. I just can't stand him. I just can't. I really
needs to go away.
He just,
Yes, he does.
But not only that, he wrestling wise, he's not good. I've seen him wrestle. It's like, bro, you're not that good. And he's trying to make himself relevant by constantly trying to be in front of the TV. And that's why I'm saying that's hurting Carmelo more than it's helping him. It's not helping Carmelo. It's not.
Exactly.
So I want to put Trick in the book, and how I'm calling it is no trick shot.
All right.
Do the honor.
All right. No trick shot. You just made the book.
There you go. But that's my low point.
All right. Low points for me, honestly, was the Joe Gacy and Harlan versus Malik Blade and Idris Inofi. Look, I've said it from the beginning. I was excited for Harlan, where this character was going. But now I couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't know if he would have that much experience. I hate that he's with Joe. I hate to say it, but he needs a lot of work still.
He does.
And I hate to say that because I was looking forward to him coming and all this other stuff.
A lot of people were.
Now it's just like.
Do you think it's the gimmick, maybe? His character?
I would think so. I really do.
He's a big dude.
Like,
and
they're
covering up everything on him.
Right. And even that. And I feel like they're doing the Lars Sullivan treatment. And it's like, no, don't go that route. You know what happened to Lars? Now you're starting to call him a freak. It's like, don't stop. You already
did? I didn't hear that.
They did. They called him a freak.
Actually, on this episode.
Yes.
Because I remember they also mentioned on a past episode where he was talking about Harlan's upbringing and when he was in school and how people used to call him freak and all that.
See?
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're doing the Lars shit. It's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But the whole match, I just did not enjoy. Malik Blade and Idris, I'm glad they won. Like, Joe Gacy and Harlan should not be in the Dusty Cup.
No.
They're not really a tag team. It's more of Joe and his bodyguard. You know, it's not a tag team. But, again, that was my lowest point. High points. Tony, what was your high points?
My high point is AJ versus Waller. Good match. Maybe it was because AJ was in it, but that was my high point. On a side note about Waller, man, he's paying his dues. He paid his dues in that match, number one. Number two, he's really paying his dues because he got his ass beat, man. AJ was not fucking around. He was not fucking around when it came to Waller. Like, I was watching, so I was like, wow. He's stiffing him pretty hard on a lot of spots. But for me, that's the match that stood out, the main event. So, yeah, AJ versus Waller.
All right. Elio, your high points.
I gave it to AJ versus Waller and also Santos Escobar and Zion Quinn.
That was good, too, yeah.
That was a good match. Yep. I agree.
I tell you, Santos needed that fucking win. Jesus Christ.
Yes, he did. And I was hoping and praying because I love Elektra Lopez in Legado del Fantasma. I didn't want this bullshit to go on with Lopez and Quinn.
I didn't either.
I did not want to see it.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll stop. I mean, who knows? But supposedly Zion Quinn, he's supposed to be the face, the baby face of NXT. So
that'll be interesting.
What happens after that? Yeah.
I see him more as like a badass heel,
right?
Than I would a baby.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just me.
Yeah.
My highest point was the same thing: AJ Styles versus Grayson Waller. And as you said, Tony, Grayson did get his shots given to him, and I will agree with that. With AJ being in this match, you know, Styles is one of those that will always have a good match no matter who he's with. And even when he is in NXT. So I really enjoyed it. Overall, I gave NXT a C. Tony.
I gave it a C+.
Okay. And Elio?
I too gave it a C.
All right. Now we're going into Dynamite with Elio.
All right. So low points, Tony.
I gave man, I'm probably gonna get a lot of heat for this. But I gave it to Wardlow versus CM Punk.
Really?
Yeah, because they've been doing this thing with Wardlow for 2-3 weeks. powerbombing the fuck out of people and then taking the pin. He does the same shit to CM Punk. Now, granted, I know MJF was outside, and he tells him to stop. But CM Punk was still able to pin Wardlow.
Yeah.
He was still able to pin him.
After 7
serious?
powerbombs.
7 power bombs.
Yeah.
And he was still able to pin. He should have been just laid out for like 10 minutes. And he was still able. No, not my thing.
Yeah.
Low point.
Clay.
All right. Honestly, my lowest point was Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
And the rivalry is not there anymore. The crowd didn't seem like they gave a shit about it because there was no pop to this whole match.
No.
And, as short as it was and working the knee like that, what are you doing to Shida? Like, you're making her lose because the referee said no, like, stop it because of a knee injury?
Yeah, my referee stoppage.
What are you doing? Like, Shida is a former champion, and what are you doing to her, making her lose like that? I mean, pinning, fine. I understand that. But you lose like that, it just hurts her, I think.
Yep.
I did not like this match. So that was my low point.
That was my low point as well. And I also have a side to that whole Chris Jericho backstage segment.
Yeah.
So
no, I didn't like it either.
No.
So overall, Clay.
Oh, did we do high points?
Or did we do high points?
No,
we didn't do it. Oh, wait, Clay, high points.
High point, honestly, for me, and again, this was not a very good Dynamite in my opinion, but I gave it to CM Punk versus Wardlow. Honestly, and that's what I was shocked that you got it because I was shocked that Punk took as many power bombs as he did.
Yeah.
Like through that whole ordeal, and the story between Wardlow, MJF building up as, well, you work for me, so you do as I say, blah, blah, blah. MJF sort of costing him the match with stopping and telling him to give him a powerbomb again. That was, I think, good storytelling. But, again, like you said, Tony, with Punk getting pinned or pinning him like that, made him look like Superman for getting powerbombed so many times, and you win by that. I understand what you were saying by that, but that was really my high point of Dynamite.
Tony.
My high point, and I'm not saying this proudly. It's Sammy Guevara versus Daniel Garcia. I don't understand. I don't get. Like, I know the term interim champion. But Cody's coming back next week, so that means Sammy's not going to have the belt no more?
Exactly. And I was going to ask you guys, does that make Sammy a 2-time TNT champ?
Exactly.
Like, what does that mean?
I want to know. They should have never done it in the first place. Put it that way.
No.
But like I said, I'm not saying that proudly either. This was barely. If I really had to pick, and oh my God, if there was something else, I would. But this was the only thing that I see on my list that I thought that was my only high point, which was Sammy Guevara versus Daniel Garcia.
And that's
again, not saying that proudly, but yeah.
No.
And that's the only one I got, is Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia.
Yeah.
So overall, Clay.
I gave it a D+.
Wow.
I just didn't enjoy this Dynamite.
Tony.
I gave it a C.
I went with the C-.
All right.
Oh. It was just nothing about this episode was good.
Yeah. It's tough. All right, let's go straight into SmackDown. Low points. We'll just might as well get this shit out the way. Elio, what's your low point?
All right, low points. Madcap Moss and Kofi Kingston.
Jesus, criminy.
Yeah.
Why are you okay? First of all, this whole thing started out with Kofi's fucking accent again.
Okay, I was wondering because you were talking about that going in the book, and I'm like, wait, what part? Because I hadn't seen that part yet.
Yeah, well, the beginning promo, he had the scroll thing and everything, talking like, "Sir, from Xavier Wood or King Woods." Like, fuck, shut up. Stop with that fucking accent. So he needs to go in the book. I'm done.
Right, so we'll put it in just Kofi's accent.
All right.
You know what? We'll put it in as. Wait a minute. We'll put it in as Kofi's return accent. No, Kofi's second accent, because remember he had a first accent.
That's the
and
Jamaican.
that disappeared too. So this is Kofi's second accent.
All right, Kofi's second accent. You just made the book. Terrible.
A lot of people going in the book today.
Yeah.
All right. Who did I go with? Clay, what was your low point?
Mine was Aaliyah versus Natalia. The whole start of this, the Guinness Book of World Records. I hold 3 world records. Shut up, Natalia. Like, seriously, you and your freaking Botox needs to get off my TV. I'm done with it. And then you lose in 3 seconds.
Here we go with another gimmick that they have her doing.
Oh my god!
Guinness Book around. I didn't know that was the whole thing.
It's just terrible. I just couldn't take it. And then they're making a big hype about Aaliyah holding the record for the quickest win. It's stop.
And now they're calling her Aaliyah 317. Did you see that?
What?
No, are they really?
For why? What?
Because of the record.
3.17.
The record was 3.17 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Now she's going by Aaliyah 317.
Jeez.
Yep.
Terrible.
It just might be just for this week. Hopefully, we'll find out next Friday, because obviously she'll be on there, and we'll see. We'll see if they call her Aaliyah 317. You know why. So, that's just bad. For me, my low point is the same thing with you guys. The thing of it is, I'm a fan of Aaliyah. I think Natalia is the one. It's something about Natalia that is like, it drives me nuts. And I think it's her trying to be a heel.
Yes.
It doesn't work for her. She needs to just stay a babyface. And I just can't stand her being a heel. It's something about it where she's just trying too hard.
She's just over the top.
Over the top, yeah. So she ruined it for me. Because I'm a Aaliyah fan. I do like her. But that's my low point. High points, Elio.
So for high points, I gave it to Fatal 4-Way and Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah.
So that Sami Zayn, whatever he was doing, that was funny.
Yeah, that was.
That one line when he said, "No one's a bigger jackass than he is."
Yeah, that is great.
He knew he fucked up. He was like, "Oh shit." Clay, what are your low points?
High points for me was Ricochet versus Sheamus. I thought this was a really good match. These two really brought it. I thought so. And Sheamus getting the win, I thought was pretty good. And, Ricochet is another one of those guys that makes guys look really good. So I got to say that. So that was my high point. Yeah,
my high point was same as Elio's. It was the 4-way tag match. Finally, the Viking Raiders getting a shot. They've been hurt for a while. Now they're in a tag team title picture, where I think, honestly, after New Day, these guys should have been next in line. Out of all the guys there, honestly, that were in this match, the ones that I would have been upset if they would have won was Cesaro and Mansoor, Jinder and Shane. If one of those two teams would have won, this would have been my low point. I wouldn't have minded if Los Lotharios won, but I preferred the Viking Raiders to have won. So,
who knew Mansoor and Cesaro was a tag team in the first place?
I didn't.
I had no clue. Like, that looked like just a throwaway right there. It's just
when I saw him, like, since when are Mansoor and Cesaro a tag team?
Right.
Yeah. So, before we go on to our overall, what do you guys think of the final segment with Seth and Roman?
I honestly was looking forward to this, but I didn't think it delivered.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so. With the whole thing that really popped was when Roman said, well, if I was going to get a main star from Raw, it'd be your wife.
Your wife.
I thought that was funny and interesting. But the rest of it, I'm just like, you guys should be better than this, honestly. But that was me.
Yeah. My thing is, and I'm calling it right now, I've been calling it since Seth has been doing this gimmick, which is the fact that his character is like the Joker. And I'm calling this right now. Within, I'll say this year, he will start painting his face like a clown. And the reason why I'm saying that is because how many times did Roman called him a clown? Several times.
True.
Several times. So I'm telling you, it'll be sometime this year. I think Seth is going to end up losing his fucking mind and he's going to start painting his face. But I don't think it's going to be like all detailed. I think it's just going to be very sloppy. Like he just, smacking it on his face, putting it on. Even with the beard, I think it'll still look a little freaky-ish. I just my prediction. Tony Thomas came out.
I also heard that I also heard there were plans to turn him face.
I heard that too.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that too, and I don't think they should, to be honest.
No, Seth is killing it as this heelish. Good, yeah.
So, all right, that is your SmackDown overall. Elio, what'd you give it overall?
I gave it a C.
Okay, Clay, what'd you give it?
I gave it a C+.
And I gave it a C as well. So that is your SmackDown. Let's go to AEW Rampage with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into Rampage. Low points for me, honestly, was Shawn Spears versus Andrew Everett.
Yeah.
Squash match. Why? With Spears being as a veteran as he is, why in the world is he doing a squash match?
Yeah. I'll defend it. It's only because he's facing CM Punk next week.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I get it, but I
think that's the only reason why he was even involved in this match.
Yeah. I still did.
Not involved, but in the match.
And watch MJF lose on Shawn Spears next week after he loses to Punk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a guaranteed. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Elio, your low points.
Mine was pretty much the same. Shawn Spears and Andrew Everett.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's Tony, your low points.
Honestly, I'm happy Jay Lethal came back. I'm glad they're kind of doing something with him finally. I was a little worried about it because Jay Lethal's a good talent and they have him doing dark. But I'm glad he's out. So don't get me wrong. But this promo was about that stupid fucking FTW title.
Yeah.
No one cares about that fucking title. Only Taz cares about that fucking title. So why are you trying to make... Who the fuck... No one was going after it. Since they fucking debuted that shit on AE. Nobody was.
They made it a title match on Battle of the Belts, which I still don't understand why we had to have that show.
It was stupid.
Yes.
It was dumb. And we did get... Hold on. Wait a minute. Time out. Hold the phone. Flag on the play. We did get an email. My apologies. It's just been a busy man. From Josh Sanders. We did get this email. He says, hey, got a spotlight suggestion. He goes, I know Tony doesn't like Taz, but what about his son in AEW Hook? I really like him so far and the whole Send Hook vibe going on. Thanks and looking forward to this week's episode. P.S. If they change Tomas's music when he comes to the main roster, we riot. So I have my thoughts on Hook. Obviously, my thoughts on Taz is one-sided. But yeah, we'll put Hook on for a spotlight next week, and we'll talk about it on next week's show. So, there you go.
Sounds good.
But
thank you for commenting, Josh.
Yeah, but then again, for me, it wasn't Lethal's promo, because he always cuts good promo. It was the fact that they talked about this bullshit FTW title. Fuck that title, and fuck Taz and his son. So you know where my comment is going to be for next week, guys. So there you go.
People look forward to Tony's hatred on Hook and Taz next week.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. High points for me was the Jurassic Express versus Alex Reynolds and John Silver. I thought this was a good match. I was invested in it for what it was. Not surprising that Jurassic Express retained here. Soon they just got the belts, so it was good. It was a good match to see. So I was happy to see it. Tony, your high points.
Yeah, same thing. The match was good, but honestly, I know this is gonna sound fucked up, but I don't care. The match was good, but I could not stand Taz's commenting on it. Oh my God. He was still throwing out the FTW title. He was still throwing out the fact that Jay Lethal was being disrespectful and blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, that was last segment ago. Talk about the fucking match that's going on right now. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the downfalls for AEW Rampage, not Dynamite. Rampage. Number one, it's an hour long. Number two, you got like 6 commentators.
Yeah.
Why? You don't need that many commentators. Honestly, just leave it with fucking Excalibur and Tony Schiavone. That's it. No need to have Taz there. Huh?
Why?
That's a lot of commentators.
But there's no need to have Taz. No need to have Jericho. No need to have Ricky Starks.
No,
Come on, man. That's just too much. And honestly, they were taken away from this match. I enjoyed it, but the commenting was just, oh my God, the commentary was just too much. And it was all Taz. It's like, Taz, bro, stop with your fucking ego. God, I can't stand him. But either way, that was my high point.
All right. Elio, your high points.
Mine, I gave to the Adam Cole, Trent Beretta.
That was a good match, too. Yeah. Overall, I gave it a B- this week.
You gave it a what?
A B-.
Holy shit.
Elio, your overall.
I went with a B.
Really?
Wow. All right. Tony, what was your
overall? I went
overall?
with a D.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
A D for fuck that show.
Oh, wow.
I hated it. Oh.
All right.
All right. So let's get into the A show this week. Who wins it? Clay, I'll start off with you. Who you got on this one?
For me, I gave it a B. I got to go with Monday Night Raw.
All right. Elio, who you got on this one? Gave it a Raw. Yeah, I'll agree with you. Raw takes it again this week. Again, I don't know what the score is, so fucking look it in the description. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go into the book. Those that are new to the show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it just to get a good laugh. You know, we need it sometimes in this day and age. Hopefully things will be back to normal this year. We've been saying that for 2 years now, but hopefully this year will be our year. So, yeah, like I said, we just put the most craziest things that we hear about during the week or things that annoy us, and we put it in and then we go over it just to get a good laugh. But we need that. With that, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Baldy Sam's, go fuck yourself. Or
fuck him. Stays.
Kevin Dunn's camera shots.
That stays.
Stays.
Cody and Brandy's damn ego.
Stays.
The new NXT logo.
Stays.
Tony Khan's damn ego.
Stays.
Tony Schiavone Sting.
Stays. He did it again.
Yep.
Oh my God. I was just like, bro, shut up. Queen Zelina's accent. You haven't seen her. It's been a while. It stays?
Yes.
How about this? The next time we see her, if she does it again, then it'll stay. But if she doesn't do it, then we'll take it off.
Okay. I'll agree to that.
Okay. Elio's tag team list.
That mine's PWI.
Don't matter. After today, it stays. Elio, just Elio. It stays.
Stays.
Woods Burger King crown.
Stays.
Xavier's Woods again. Damn accent.
Stays.
And the new entrance into the book. Elio's PWI rookie list.
Stays.
No trick shot.
Stays.
And Kofi's damn accent. No, wait. Kofi's second accent.
Stays.
Stays
again.
for sure. All right, that's it for the show. Thank you guys very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments or questions, drop us a line on our Facebook page at Wrestling POV Podcast, and of course the other social media sites. With that being said, after we're done with the show, stick around because we have the 5-second Shuffle Championship. We are keeping tabs this time, but this whole year is going to be from January to December. And whoever wins just wins for pride of the 5-second Shuffle champion. We're trying to make it more relevant than the 24/7 championship, which I said
already is.
Laughing.
It
already
is.
is. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Why not? And again, if you guys are new to that, 5-second Shuffle is just all I do is I play a random song off my playlist, and I only play it for 5 seconds. And these guys got to guess who it is. And the first 1 to 5 wins. It's just how we ride off into the sunset until next week, where we'll give you more content on the wrestling that's been happening for the week. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man.
Clay Cummings.
And the gentleman. Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
All right. Elio, you're still champion. You have champion's advantage, so you can either go first or pass it off to Clay.
I'll go first.
All right, here's your first one.
I am a real American.
Got an extra second. Yes, Hulk Hogan. You're up 1-0. Who was it that didn't get this last time? Was that you, Clay? Yeah.
Me. Yeah.
Be ashamed of yourself.
I'm an embarrassment, man.
Yeah,
all right,
Clay,
Clay,
the second time.
Yeah. Clay, this one goes to you. Here you go.
Oh, is that
I will say
Maria.
this right.
Yeah.
I will give this is the only time I will ever do this, but the correct name on this has to be exact. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, is that Maria?
Who?
Maria?
No, it is not. Elio.
Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Yes, Mike and Maria. That's why I said you have to give it correctly. It's Mike and Maria Kanellis. They both came out to this bullshit.
I could not. I knew it was Maria, but I could not remember the husband's name.
Yeah. You know what? I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Damn
so
it.
Elio steals that one. He's up 2-0. He can be up 3-0 with this one. Here you go, Elio.
Oh, Flash, you are so funky.
Flash Funk.
Flash Funk, yes. Yes,
Man.
up 3-0. Flash Funk, to me, one of the most underrated wrestlers WWE's had. He was a good talent, boy. He was good. He was. All right, Clay, goes to you. You're down 3-0. You got to catch up, man.
Yep.
Here you go. Here's your
10.
I have no clue. Is that Lance Archer?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger, a.k.a.
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears.
Jeez. Wow.
4-0.
Good
Is this
God.
going to be another shutout?
Sounds like it. Fuck.
Well, it goes to Elio. So he could do it with this one. He can shut you out with this one. Here you go, Elio.
You fucking kidding me?
We're really going to end the show with that?
You fucking kidding me?
Fandango.
Blue Pants last week, and now we got fucking Fandango. Seriously, what the fuck? Ah.
Yes, Fandango.
Oh, fuck. Whatever.
Shut out, Elio. God, man. Holy shit.
Congrats, brother.
5-0.
Damn.
Elio retained, so he's still up with one title run so far. Played with 0. Yeah.
Said that proudly, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We don't own the rights. Playing this fucking song. Jesus Christ. Everybody dance. Dance. Do the finger point. That's all everybody knows. This song. Bullshit. Not a good way to start 2022.
No.
I didn't realize how bad that song was.